Hi everybody, this is Spring with Soaps and Suds and such, and I am going to be making a rosebud salve. And what I have in here is I have some rosebuds. They are dried. I have rose petals in here also, and I've got olive oil in here. I'm going to be infusing this oil with these rosebuds and rose petals. The way I'm going to do that, I'll cap it. This one, I don't always do this. A lot of times I'll just put it in there and cap it up tight, leave it, let it sit and infuse. But this time I'm going to be treating this like, putting it in a pot of water, but the water's only going to come up so high, just, not like a hot water bath, but just up to about right there. And I'll be letting the water heat up. I want this to start warming up, not boiling, but yet to where it starts infusing. And then I'll let that sit for at least 2 weeks to make my salve. And if you wanted to make lip balm rolls, the roll-up lip balms, with the salve that I'm going to be making, you could do so by just, instead of using some of the liquid oils, you could add more hard oils and do that. But rose petals, rosebuds are said to help skin ailments, chapped skin, so it wouldn't, the rosebud salve we'll be using on our skin as well as our lips. So I'll bring you back once I get this infused, which will be a while, but I'll bring you back and we'll make some rosebud salve. Hi everybody, this is Spring from Soaps and Suds and such, and today I'm going to be using, I received in the mail, a bottle of rosehip oil, cold pressed, unrefined, 100% pure and organic. I got this in the mail from Leven Rose. If you can see it, it's got it right there, the little emblem. If I can show you that. Right there, got the little rose on it. And I'm going to be using this several ways. But today I'm going to be using it in a rosebud salve that I'm going to make. And that can be used on the skin. It can be used on the lips. Really good for chapped skin, chapped lips, among other things. And the rosehip oil, I'm wanting to try several different ways, but that's one of the ways. Okay, what I'm going to have in this today, I'm going to have about 3 droppers, maybe 4, I'm not sure, of the rosehip oil. I'm also going to be using 43 grams of shea butter. I will be using 29 grams of sweet almond oil. I will be using 29 grams of coconut oil, and this is organic, naturally refined. I'm going to be using 21 grams of Ewax, emulsifying wax. I'm going to be using 21 grams of avocado oil, and I will be using 71 grams of olive oil. Now this olive oil I infused with rosebuds and rose petals. Now I did not have all red, or I would have had more of a red colored rose oil. I used a lot of yellows, so as you can see it did affect the color. And then according to which ones you do use, you can get scent from that. But that is 71 grams of rose petal and rosebud infused olive oil. I'm going to be using 10 grams of beeswax, and I'm using the yellow today. And like I said, I'll be using probably 3, 4, maybe 5 droppers of this rosehip oil, just according to what I decide as I go. Coconut oil in here. I'm going to be using the double broiler method, which is a pot. I put a pot with water in it. I will stick this down in there till my oils melt, and I'm going to put all my hard oils. I'm going to put my waxes in there. Let me get all of that out. And melt these down. I will not put my shea butter in there until these are melted and hot. Okay, I've got my emulsifying wax in there. Now my beeswax. Put that in there like so. Okay. And I'm going to melt that down. And I will bring you back, and then I will add my other oils. Okay, I've got my hard oils and my waxes melted. Now I'm going to add to this my avocado oil. And if you can see where I'm pouring that cold oil into that warm oil, it is puddling up in the bottom. Try to get all of that I can out. Okay, sweet almond oil. Put that in there like so. Okay, get all of that. Now to that I'm going to add my infused olive oil. Okay, let me stir that and see if I'm going to need to put that into the water, the hot water. I don't want to heat it a lot. I don't want to have to heat my olive oil that is infused, but I think I'm going to have to just stick it in there just for a second. I'll bring you right back. Okay, I got that warmed back up. Now I'm going to add my shea butter to this. I don't like to heat my shea butter up. I just like to let it melt in the hot oils or warm oils. Get all of that in there. Like so. Shea butter is really good for your skin. Okay. Okay, now we want to stir this in like so and get it melted. And you just keep stirring it till you get it melted, and I'll bring you back once it's melted. Okay, we've got our shea butter melted. Now we're going to add to this our rosehip oil. Here's one dropper. Well, my dropper's not wanting to go full again. There's two. Three. Four. Gets lower every time. Okay, 5. Okay, we got that in there. And now we're going to stir. Because I don't want to heat that up. So I'm just going to stir it good. And it's warm enough. It is warming up the rosehip oil. Like I thought it would. Okay, we've got that incorporated really good once you've got it mixed in there. Then I'm going to move this over here, like so. Turn my cup around. Move this over here. And what I have a little container. I'll put that there. Then I'm just going to take my pipette and I'm going to fill up the little container like so. And like I said, if I had used a lot of the really blood red rose petals or buds to infuse that with, it would have turned out a more pinkish color. Okay, let's see if I take it just a tad bit more. Okay, got that. Now, right here I have a container. This is just a plastic one, but I'm out of the metal. At the time I've got some ordered. Okay, and then I'm going to just pour this right in here, like so. And we will have some Rosebud salve with the added goodness of rosehip oil. I'll bring you back. Okay, here's the finished product, you can see. And that is a scoopable salve, but it's going to be a little bit harder than a loose scoopable salve because I did put a little bit more beeswax in it. And we've got our rosehip oil in it from Leven Rose. And we also have our infused oil, infused with rose petals and rosebuds. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and will make your own rosebud salve. And have a good day.